Hello, Eric Larson with Larson Financial Insurance. Welcome to the fourth installment of our ongoing series in prudent personal financial management. In this fourth segment, we're going to connect the dots from our three previous ones. You see, prior to being able to grow your assets, your income is really your sole source of earning power. That's part of what makes it so critical to control your spending. Simply said, you must spend less. But how? There's really a twofold solution. You need to make more money with fewer expenditures. Well, how can you go about earning better wages? The first step is to know what you're worth in the work world. Obviously, a cook makes more than a dishwasher. A pilot earns more money than a flight attendant. What's your earning potential in your current industry? Examine that. And if there's not significant enough advancement potential for you, then you may want to look at other industries. You may want to consider going to a trade school or taking some other sort of education to be able to change industries. Then if you're going to make that leap and switch into another industry, you want to find something that will truly interest you so that you're more inclined to apply yourself. As you do this, be committed to learning in your new industry. Be committed to a continuous journey of self-improvement. And as you do this, incorporate reading. Read more about your industry in ways you can be more successful. And then practice what you learned. But do so with appropriate intervals. Don't read for months and then try to put into practice what you read initially. Similarly, don't practice for months without going back to read. Read, then practice, repeat as often as necessary. Then you'll find that this environment of practicing what you're learning will enable you to earn while you learn. Then the next step is controlling your expenses. This begins by keeping track, having a budget. The challenge, of course, is there are so many different ways to spend money, from credit cards and debit cards, cash, even checks. Add to that the fact that there are multiple family members that may be spending money, and it can become a logistical nightmare. So it's critical then that you record every transaction, see exactly where every dime of your money is going. This will help give you a better feel for your total expenses. You may be surprised to learn what you spend on coffee every month. $3 and change every day, 6 days a week for a latte at Starbucks equates to over $1,000 a year. So it may not seem like much with those first couple of sips, but it adds up powerfully over the course of a year. So your goal in this exercise of recording every transaction will be to make sure that there's a positive difference at the end of the month. More money left over than you've spent. So you've taken in more and spent less. This larger difference means an easier time for your family financially. It's like we discussed last time. Is there more month than money for you? If so, applying these suggestions will help you to reverse that and have more money than month. Now the challenge at this point, as you earn more and spend less, is that you'll want to spend more of that surplus. You may want a new car, a larger house, to eat out more often. These desires are natural, but again, you've got to fight to control them. It's fine to reward yourself, and while that's fine, the key is control. Just make sure that you're saving more than you're spending to reward yourself. Have enough money left over to make it work for you. In fact, one of the keys to financial success is making your money work harder than you do. Applying these principles then will grow your assets. So to recap, consciously involve yourself in your earning power. Evaluate the earning potential within your industry, and then make whatever changes are necessary to increase that, and commit yourself to improving and making the improvements necessary to increase your value. And then finally, keep track of everything that you spend. Know exactly where your money goes. Thanks again for joining us.